Hi. We're waiting for some of the rest of our group to arrive. It's kind of sometimes the time of like coming from other parts of the city is a little difficult. So I'm just gonna try to fill in a little bit while they're coming. But basically, our program to do once a month is just for us to be together, to enjoy each other's company in a more like less structured manner that we can meditate, which means like to me at least listen to a little bit more of the silence we have inside that we don't really listen. And we have a lot of what we call like ruminating thoughts, right? Throughout the day, we have a lot of thoughts that come in and out. They can be logical in nature. They can be things that I want to remember. Oh, I can forget this. Or they can be about the past, right? Thoughts about what happened yesterday, what happened just now, what happened 10 years ago. And we can even like be transported in that emotion. Or we can have thoughts about the future, thoughts about what's going to happen later, what's going to happen with that thing that I'm doing, or the what ifs. I don't know if anybody here has a lot of what ifs. What if, right? What if doesn't go like that? And then sometimes we catch ourselves on like number 3, number 4, number 5, number 15 out of those thoughts. We're just entertaining them. And then we realize, oh my God, I'm in the hypothetical world. I'm like so far into these thoughts that, wow, I miss a minute of the present moment. And the present moment is really, really all we have. Because yesterday's gone, for real. And no matter how much I ruminate on it, it really was the best that we could have done with everything that we had at the time. And the future is coming, but we don't really know because we can't tell. So living life as humans is very, how can I say, it's uncertain. And the mind really doesn't like uncertainty. Right? Our minds are wired, especially our amygdala and our brains. We have a certain part of our brain that's our old brain that is trying to protect us all the time, right? It's trying to protect us from the lion. So sometimes we see lions where there aren't really lions, but we do see them. And they can be emotional lions, they can be physical lions, they can be things that we feel threatened, right? Maybe like somebody talks to me in a certain way at work, and you know what? I was fired before, or I was mistreated before at work, or I remember how it was be without work. Or in a relationship, I'm trying to be vulnerable, trying to open myself, and somebody says something, and then we immediately get pulled back to like certain patterns in our lives, right? So meditating is a good tool for us to allow those thoughts, because a lot of times what we do, and a lot of times what people ask me in practice is like, oh, okay, I have those thoughts, what do I do with them? I don't like them. Or I have OCD and I engage in obsessive thoughts all day, mental compulsions, which can be ruminating, can be thought replacing. If I have a bad thought, I replace for a good thought, can be a compulsive way too. There's so many different compulsions that we have, and a lot of people are like, okay, so I get it, I don't like it, how can I just not have it anymore? Like, I hate it, you know? And a lot of times it's like, the truth is that we just really need to be present with them. And every time I say that, I like to think about Jesus when Jesus says that he didn't come for his sheep that were close by, the cool ones, the ones that were hanging out, the ones that were, he came for the ones that were far. He came for the lost ones. The ones that were far, far away. So I feel like it's kind of the same thing. We're always going to bring to our minds this sense of cohesion. And that's takes a lot of courage, because we have to face ourselves with thoughts that have been repeating for many, many years. And like we know in Spiritism, maybe many reincarnations. And as we know, thought patterns become, in the spiritual realm, we can observe, spirits can observe each other by the thought patterns that they have from afar, because we can see it outside in our spirit. As incarnated spirits, we can't see, but the spirits can see in us where we're vibrating, which means where our thoughts are at.
Like a plasma TV.
Yeah, it's as if there was a TV here, and then they're walking. They're like, "Oh, Natasha, she's always on channel 25. You know, she doesn't like forgiving. She's always replaying what happened before." True story. And you know, she really likes that channel, and then she likes the other channel, and then she only like stays on those three. Sometimes she comes to the Spirit Center, she quiets her mind, and she gets access to other channels. But you know, if she doesn't do anything, she kind of stays on those three channels. And this is all of us, really. You know, being human is it's beautiful, it's amazing. We're more than humans, but we are incarnated in a body that is hungry, that is tired, that has needs, that has biological needs. And this is the journey, right? It's to gather all of this at the same time. And being human and being with our thoughts, even though we don't have the screen to see each other, we can feel it. Have you guys felt like that before you get to a room, when you get to talk with somebody and you can feel their mental state? You guys know what I'm talking about? Sometimes it's really nice. You know, sometimes at work is like a good place to feel that. Like if you go to somebody's office, you kind of feel their vibe. It's either the music playing in the background, like the perfume in the air, or like their talk, or where their station are in. Like what's their station they're usually in, and it's pleasant. But sometimes it's not so pleasant, right? Like we get to a place that it's not. And just like we meet people like that in our lives, it's the same thing with ourselves. Some days we are in a station, or some seasons, right, of our lives, we kind of stay in a station. But meditation, again, bringing back to the purpose of tonight, meditation gives perspective. I cannot be 14,000 thoughts a day. I wouldn't be human. I would be like a bunch of pieces that just like walk around. It's on average 14,000 thoughts a day, right? 50 to 80? I think 58,000, yeah. 80,000? Oh, I got the wrong number then. But, you know,
just a little bit more.
Yeah, so minds are amazing. They make rockets, right? They make huge books of assessment that I spent all day working on, and you know, can't believe like they made this book and we're still like all rehashing on it. Minds are amazing. They make beautiful things. But should they be the only source of knowledge of what is in life? Is it really the only way you can find something? Right? When we see a picture, like I was listening yesterday, communication, for example, verbal communication is about 7% of what, according to the source I was having yesterday, that I can cite later on if anybody's interested. It's about 7% of communication. It's very little. We need tone of voice. We need body language. We need context. And we call that like, it's a thing in our brain, it's neuroception. Like we need the context. And some people have a really hard time with what's called like read the room kind of a thing, because that requires this 93% of communication is happening besides words. So if you only look at words, if we only talk to each other through text messages, not that it's a bad thing, but like if that's the only way you're communicating, you're only getting 7% of it, tops. If you're having a good day and you're reading correctly, because you guys know when we're having a bad day, somebody says, yes, I can read, no, I cannot. And then you go back and it's like, no, they said yes, but I read no. You know, sometimes we are not like, nobody's giving me yeses today. Everybody tells me no, then everything I see is no. Even if I go back, somebody said yes on the way, but I need to, you know, minds are logic, and they're like, I need to have, you know what, I'm going to the world getting evidence for what I already know is true. And that's, you know, so you're no longer in the present, you're just collecting evidences to make your case. And sometimes the case is, nobody's good. Everybody's gonna lie. Why? Because I had a lot of experience. And a lot of people did me wrong. That's true. I get it. And it sucks. But until we change that mindset of like, I'm just looking for the next shoe to drop, because that's what minds are good at. Minds are good at keeping us safe. Most of our brains. The more brain wants to preserve. So meditation is that place where you're like, we stay with your thoughts. The beginning of it, I'm not gonna lie, is really hard. It's really hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. A lot of work. In itself, we close our eyes now and we do some breathing together. It's fairly easy, right? But what becomes really hard is the content that starts to come. You know? And the beginning, we realize how identified we are with each thought, as if that was me. But it's not logical. We can't be that many things. But it feels though, right? Doesn't it feel like you have the thought and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm already on like number 13 of that same line. And you can't drop it. It's like an addiction. You can't drop it. You're just like so deep into it that you can't drop it. But with practice, the thoughts start to come and you start to become more resilient with it, allowing them to come, saying, hi, welcome. And presence remains. That's kind of like how my practice I like to do. I like to call it like presence. Like if you need to do what we call it mindfulness practices or something like with your hands, you can like for example, if you guys want to try to do it with me, it's like if you rub your hands together or like if you close your eyes. Mindfulness is the beginning of it. Like we feel like you can feel your cells, like you can go very slow now and you can feel your fingers rubbing on each other. And there is such a thing as present. It's right in my fingers. And now if you want to just make a little distance, not that big, just like very tiny. And you can feel the pull between your palms. Or if anybody here would like to, you can even touch 1, 2 fingers together. Or 2 more, 3 more, 4 more. And feel it. And if we were going to make like a tiny little house, we would put all of our thoughts inside and we will contain them. They will be right here. And beyond all the words, all the thoughts, there's something else that remains. And that's way beyond my voice and way beyond my persona, way beyond anything else, is presence. And in this place is also God. And this is where we replenish. And it is just practice. It's like riding a bicycle. And as the thought comes, we can even press one finger to the other. We can contain it. We can love it. We can thank our thoughts. Thank you so much for reminding me of that. Thank you so much for being so careful with myself. Or if the thoughts are quote unquote negative, we can just say, okay, you're welcome here. It's okay. But nothing will stay. Things will move. And here we can contemplate kindness. We can contemplate the immense presence, loving and kind presence of the unmoved mover, the creator, God, something beyond myself. And this is what it is to feel spiritual. That's all. This is spirituality. It's just being present. And beyond all the words, beyond all the knowledge, there's experience. there's present, and there is a lot of presence. And whenever you guys are ready, you can close it and take the moment. And this is a baby meditation. This is what it looks like, to just be present. Like I was talking about, it's not necessarily hard, it's just a lot of work. Right? And whenever everybody's ready, I think our speaker has arrived, and I will close the baby meditation. But that's basically it. And there's many modalities and different ways that we can do. But Chris, would you like to come up? Yeah. Okay.
Regrouping.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. A little, off the track here, but I did have a perfect opportunity to practice meditation. Perfect. I gave myself 2 hours to be here. I didn't quite make it, so I4, just food for thought. I4, 6 p.m., 5:30 p.m., perfect meditation material. If you don't know how to meditate and you need practice, I4. Because people text, motorcycles just spring from the asphalt in front of you. Accidents block everything, and people still think that they got to keep the speed. So, yes, I did have a fantastic opportunity to practice meditation, because I started to go a little, and looking at the clock, and I'm doing my math, this many more miles, and it's not working. So, wait a minute, you are on your way to be guiding a meditation. So this is the real thing, when I actually have to take my breaths and use all the strategies that I normally share here. And it worked, because I made it here gracefully, no tickets, so it worked out just fine.
And you also told us that you can meditate with your eyes open.
I can, oh yes. That is important. On my way here, I was listening to Ana Cláudia Arantes. She is a doctor who is, her specialty is hospice care. So she is always addressing what is ending. Her care, her attention is to what is ending, which is life. And if any of us here is thinking that that is not coming your way, it is. We all go in there. That's the only certain thing we have, right? That we're going to go. We're going to have to transition from this one to the other one. So she talks about we have to prep for what is coming later. You don't just get old when you get old. Okay, I am now 85 years old, and now I'm going to, all of a sudden I'm old and I got to address where I am. Or I am 40 years old, and I think, this is so far from me, I don't have to think about it. But the reality is, we've been getting old from the minute we were born. So every single minute, we are adding more miles to our body, to our soul, to our experience, to everything we go through, socially, emotionally, and spiritually. So at the end of the day, the death is something to be welcomed, because it will be when I am wiser, hopefully, more experienced, because I would have been here with my challenges and experiencing things that are giving me another degree. Sometimes I feel like I go in 1 year, in the space of 1 year, I get a doctor's degree. I am not kidding you. Last year, I thought I graduated with a PhD. But the good thing is I did graduate. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. And you all have those. Be it a new job that you think, I'm going to need to go to school again, in the school of life. Sometimes you don't necessarily change professions, but you have to shift the way you look at life. Sometimes it's a health situation that you had to face that you had never faced before. Sometimes it's a mental state that you've never faced before. Whatever it may be, a financial struggle, whatever it may be, sometimes we get a degree. Sometimes it's a bachelor's. Sometimes it's just a tech school grad, just nothing big. But sometimes it's a PhD. And a lot of us, I don't know what it is, but the people around me, I don't know what it is. As I speak to people, everybody seems to go in for higher education these days. Everybody's trying something a little harder. And we have to graduate. This is our opportunity. And when we think about how Jesus gave us a ton of opportunities to watch him do, like watch me do it. I'm not telling you to do what I do exactly, just watch me. And maybe you will want to try your way. I'm here just for an example. And a lot of things that he gave us a chance, is for us to go to school with more books, more knowledge, more resources. We, a lot of times, put those books away. And we don't want to look at, somebody already went through it and is giving us a chance, giving us a cheat sheet to go through. Okay, this I already went through. I'm just giving it to you. And then you don't have to do as much as I did. You can get just the cliff notes of what I went through. And you can try to do it your way. We tend to not want those cliff notes. So we want to learn our way, the way we want to do. But we all have struggles that we have to overcome. So when we are thinking, what can I do to prep myself for the struggles that are coming? Because this is what life does. Sometimes you're just cruising, and then things get so good, we kind of forget what it feels like not to have it so good. So we are all pumped up, and we're good, and we feel like, yes, I got this. When you are way up there and you are just cruising, no turbulence. It's no turbulence. You almost want to unclip your seatbelts and you feel like, this is great. All of a sudden, the announcement comes, turbulence ahead. You have to tighten your seatbelts and get ready. So it is a wave of ups and downs that we go through. Sometimes the waves are longer for the ups and shorter for the downs, and sometimes the other way around. It is what it is. We get what we get, and we don't have a fit. This is what we tell our kindergartners. I work with daycares sometimes, and the little guys, they want something, and I just say, we get what we get when we don't have a fit. And for the older group, the adults, I use the life is a box of chocolate. You don't get to choose the one. Sometimes you do get some choices, but you might be surprised with the choice you get for today. Today, the only available chocolates, dark chocolate, and maybe, pepper chocolate, yes. The The caramel pecan, my favorite, is not on the menu today. But we have to make do with what we have. So when we are thinking those thoughts, meditation is about that. I got a piece of the baby meditation here, which is exactly what we go through. The thoughts will come. Meditation is just a little video recording of what we went through our life today or this month or this whole year. Because when we sit to meditate or we drive to meditate, as I did on my way here, whichever way you are choosing to meditate, there will be the movie of what happened recently or sometimes 20 years ago, because something triggered that thought, is going to be playing again. So meditation is watching the recording of something sometimes. And it's funny how we never choose the pleasant things. We don't choose to meditate on those fun, soft moments. Our brain bzzz into something that is annoying, that pulls us down, that brings out self-criticism, all the things that are not good. We tend to go there. So the thoughts will come. We will press our fingers harder or softer, do what we want, but we have to acknowledge the thought. The thought will come, and this is part of being alive. If you are meditating alive, you can't just stop your thoughts. So they're going to come. And usually it is what is annoying to you, what is worrying you. Most likely is what you are fearful about the outcome. I am hesitant to go there because I'm fearful. And those are the things that keep buzzing around you. We have to make peace with the fact that meditation is allowing the thoughts to come and go. Are we good with that? It is what it is, right? The box of chocolate. It is what it is. But what we want to offer is a trade of thoughts. I wanted to talk a little bit about, again, strategies. We love strategies. One of the strategies that I've always used, and I use it a lot with the people that I work with, and now I work with kids. So lately, the flavor of the day has been anxiety in children. So I've been doing this for 37 years in my job. But now, this past 5 years, again, COVID and all that stuff, I deal with a lot more anxious children than I ever did. I had other kinds of problems for children. These days, you have more anxiety. I don't know if you guys, we've talked here about the heart math solution. Livia has done some presentations about it. I love that concept because it offers you a chance to exchange that thought that is annoying, that bothers you, that is fearful, that you don't want to address during meditation. It almost puts meditation into a halt because the thought is so annoying and it doesn't let you go through. The heart math solution has a technique that's called freeze frame. You have to prep this before the monsters come your way. So I'm going to go over this a little bit so we can have the prep. I want you to go back in your mind to a time when things were very, very perfect. The day, what you felt, everything was so lined up that you say, if the days could be like this forever, if this moment could last forever, I would be the happiest person in the world. It usually has to do with a big emotional milestone. The birth of a child, the wedding day, the 20th anniversary for your child, something that is memorable. Those are usually, but it could also be you as a little child playing in the backyard, so content that nothing matters. Just go there. Just go to that place. I'll give you like just breathing time. Just imagine that place. Also, see yourself there again. Try to think what you were wearing, what it smelled like. Was there any food that smelled good? Was it summer? Was it winter? What, all the details of what made this so perfect and special. Now that you have that thought, I want you to take a breath and bring that thought into your heart. Chest a little to the left. And you're going to put that thought here, and you're going to breathe and feel the warmth of that thought right there. Now, get back with me, everybody. We could stay here for a long, long time. So I'm going to ask you, when you have that thought in your heart, what happens to your heart? Anybody? What happens? Slows down. The heart rate goes down. What happens to your breath? Slows down. What happens to your shoulders? The forehead, and my favorite, the jaw. It goes down. That's a state of relaxation that the body loves. If you are looking for a way to stay young, this is the best Botox you can possibly get. This is collagen in the box. Wrinkle-free. Because every time you relax, you go to this, you are actually buying time. So you are slowing down the age process. I'm not kidding you. This is the truth. The research shows that when you are tight and tense, you age faster. And it's free. I know the price of all these things. When you see what the celebrities spend in whatever they do, it's a lot of money. This is free Botox. This is free collagen. So if I don't sell this to you in any other way, maybe that will. What we are going to do when we do our meditation, this is going to be your strategy. When your thoughts go places you don't want it to go, you're going to take that movie that is annoying, that is putting fear into you. You're going to put it in a cloud. If you're a man, usually men are so strict. Put it in a folder, in your desktop, put it there. It's all good. It doesn't matter where you put that video, that recording. Put it somewhere away. And take this video of what we just did, the freeze frame feeling, put it right there. And then when that thought tries to nudge this over, you do it again. Keep replacing. Because now you have a thought that you don't have to create. You just brought it back to memory. It's fresh there. So it's a lot easier for us to just, okay, never mind, I want this one instead. Just superimpose that new video there. So that way, when we're doing the meditation, you have a better chance of staying relaxed. I'm not trying to say we are going to succeed in replacing the thought, because that's not the goal of meditation. What I'm trying to replace is the state of tension into a state of relaxation. This is just one more way to keep thoughts coming, because they will come. We just replace. The same way we've used this strategy. When you have ugly thoughts, I never have them. I have great thoughts all the time. But in case you do, you just find a mantra. Peace, 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 peace. Not because I'm believing that I'm at peace right now, but because I cannot think two words at the same time. I cannot think that ugly word and peace at the same time. So I'm just replacing it. And I sound crazy. Peace, 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 peace. The same way but now in the form of a visualization. We all got that? Okay. So the meditation, you want to come here and talk to us? In a minute, yes, just a couple of seconds. So we're now going to try a meditation, and my goal is for you to get a chance to practice this replacing of the little video into the freeze frame, relaxing one. If it works for you, put it in the bag of tricks that you have. If it doesn't work for you, we have more. This is why we come here the last Thursday of the month to try different strategies. The meditation is not going to be about your freeze frame thought. The meditation is going to be about what I'm going to do. However, the strategy that you're going to use is going to be, if the thoughts come ugly and you need to replace them, you replace them with that freeze frame relaxed memory, because that will give you an extra layer of relaxation.
Get some background sleep.
Thank you. What time do I need? How much time do I have?
You have 12 minutes.
Okay, we're good. We're good. 12 minutes is a long time.
12 minutes.
Please.
Yeah, I'm getting
I think Valdo's getting the music with the...
Yeah. Should be. There.
Thank you. It looks like most of you have been here before for this practice, but if this is your first time here, what we have to do first is relax, put your purse away, nothing to be on your lap, We're just gonna try to be as comfortable as possible. Before we started, we're just gonna get our wiggles out. That's how I tell the kids, get the wiggles out. Just do whatever you have to do. Move yourself until you can actually find yourself in that comfortable, relaxed position. If closing your eyes is not available, you can look at this picture or look down towards the floor. Anything that helps you calm your visual system. So you just look down. If you can close your eyes, you can get a deeper experience. Taking a deep breath. We let go of the hard day. We inhale new possibilities. And we exhale what doesn't belong here today. Inhaling hope. Exhaling anything that no longer serves you. Scanning the body from the top of the head all the way to the toes, starting with the crown of your head. A soft lavender color light softly covers your head, your face, neck, shoulders and arms, chest and back, belly, sitting bones, legs, all the way to the feet, tip of the toes. The breath is soft The air goes in and out without any effort. The shoulders are down. The jaw is soft. Forehead soft. This is now. We take a deep breath. Exhaling, we set the tone for what's happening now. I am at peace. I am peace. When I am peace, I radiate peace. Radiating peace expands the world around me in a peaceful way. And all that comes back to me is peace. Peace is within and expands without. Ripples of peace from within touches the ones around me, the ones in this room, the ones in my family. The ones that are dear to my heart, but live far away. The ones that are dear to my heart, that are now in a different dimension. Through peace, I connect. I am peace. And the peace I am comes from the source that is pure peace. I find myself walking peacefully in the direction of the light that brings me peace. The walk is easy, light, warm. I smile from within. My heart is warm. And I walk with the certainty that the source of my peace is waiting for me. A few more steps, and the light blinds me. With my eyes closed, I trust and step closer. Warmer, softer, more peaceful. I find the embrace around my shoulders. I rest my head on his chest. We breathe together. The Father holds me, and I trust that peace is always in my heart. As I stand here in this moment that makes my shoulders go down, my heart slows, my breathing is soft. I am relaxed and peaceful. The embrace of the Lord is all that I need. We breathe together, and I feel connected. The divine light that lives in me is one with the divine light that embraces me. We breathe together, and the light expands. The peace expands. The love of God calms my heart, teaches me that all I need is this. All is well. He looks at me. No words needed. I know. I belong. I belong in his heart. I deserve his love. one more embrace. And He gives me a nudge to keep on going, and simply whispers, I am watching you. I'm watching over you. I am always with you. I start my journey softer, lighter, with my heart at peace. Slowly, I come back here. And I now have one more memory that I can use whenever my heart is not in alignment with the love of God. I can come back here to this moment of this light, the embrace, the peace. We walk back to the room, find ourselves sitting back right here, right now, grateful for the journey, for the embrace. Grateful for the choice of coming here tonight to connect with the light that lives in me. The Lord is my shepherd, and I lack nothing. The Lord is my shepherd, and I lack nothing.